Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Polygon Matic, whose current price stands at the $0.9375 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 3.32%. And in this video I want to give the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances. So if you're interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the charts. Polygon Matic from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC correction, which has now taken us to around the $0.32 mark. And having done so, I expect Polygon Matic to give us a very nice pump to the upper side in this Elliot wave structure, taking us back to an all-time high in a wave 5. And in that movement to the upper side, I have a target area for that first wave to the upper side at around the $1.91 mark, and the $1.58 mark is the minimum, and that I'm basing it on the Fibonacci's. So if I apply the Fibs here connecting to the all-time high, you can see that my yellow target area lies between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.5, which is the minimum that I would expect that wave 1 to the upper side to do. And Polygon Matic has been respecting the Elliot waves, as I'll be showing you here on the 4-hour chart. So if I jump to the 4-hour chart, in that movement to the upper side in a wave 1, we expect to see fractal waves in formation within a wave 1, and that is the movement that we are in here on the Polygon Matic. And as I have said, Polygon Matic has been respecting the Elliot waves, and that is what I want to get into details about by looking into details about the waves that I have information here. That is this fractal wave here in yellow. So if I zoom in here on the charts, after making our low at around the $0.32 mark, we started seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in what I have named here as a wave 1. Then after making the high for the wave 1, we started seeing a very nice retracement in a wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, I can measure that to see whether that wave 2 has done the minimum that we expect a wave 2 to the lower side to do. So using the Fibs connecting the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, that should give us the minimum retracement area for that wave 2 to the lower side. And as you can see here on the charts, the wave 2 has retraced to the area at around the Fib level 0.382. Then we started seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a wave 3, and the minimum target area that wave 3 could do is this yellow target right here at around the $0.93 mark, and that I'm basing it on the trend-based Fibonacci. So using a trend-based Fibonacci connecting the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the Fibs to the low of the wave 2, that should give us the minimum target area for that wave 3 to the upper side. That is at around the 1.618 Fib level, and that is at around the $0.9284 mark. And you can see Polygon Matic has respected that. We even overshooted that area to the upper side, faced a key area of resistance before we started seeing a very nice retracement to the lower side in a wave 4. And because a wave 4 is a retracement of a wave 3, we can use the Fibonacci's to get the minimum target area for that retracement to the lower side in a wave 4. And to do that, I use the Fibonacci connecting the low down here to the high of the wave 3. That should give us the minimum target area for that wave 4, which is between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.5, and that is at around the $0.7852 mark and the $0.7155 mark. That is the minimum that I expected that wave 4 to the lower side to do. And as you can see here on the charts, Polygon Matic also respected that, having come down into that yellow target area before we started seeing a very nice recovery to the upper side in what I can now term as a wave 5. And within a wave 5, I also expect to see fractal waves in formation within a wave 5. And I believe what we have here on the chart is a wave 1 to the upper side. Then we have also seen a wave 2 to the lower side. I then expect us to complete a wave 3 to the upper side, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5. And once we see the 5th wave of this Elliot wave in red, we can then say we have completed the formation of a wave 5 to the upper side. And if I get a little bit into the details of this other fractal wave here in red, so that it can give us the key scenarios that we expect to play out on this chart. After making a high of that wave 1 to the upper side, we expected a retracement to the lower side in a wave 2, and the minimum using the Fibonacci is the area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618. So connecting the fibs to that high of that wave 1, that gives me the minimum target area of this fractal wave to the lower side at around the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382. that is between the $0.94 mark and the $0.835 mark, and that has been respected here on the charts, because you can see we retraced into that blue target area before started seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in what we can now term as a wave 3 to the upper side. And this brings me to the key scenarios that I expect to play out on this chart. It's possible that Polygon Matic might be able to break above this key area of resistance that we are facing at around the $0.95 mark, and if that plays out, we manage to break above that key area of resistance, have a successful retest of that area, then higher prices could be coming our way, and in this movement this will be our wave 3 to the upper side, and we can get a target area for that wave 3 to the upper side using a trend based Fibonacci. And to do that, I would need to connect the low of the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then drag the fibs to the low of the wave 2. That should give us the minimum target area of that third wave to the upper side at around the fib level 1.618, and I can draw out a target area here on the charts like that. So once we manage to break above this key area of resistance, I will expect us to continue pushing to the upper side and get into this yellow target area. And we also need to keep in mind that we have other key areas of resistances in between here, so we also need to break above those key areas of resistance before we get into our yellow target area. And it's also possible that maybe the low for that wave 2 is not yet in, and over here as we try to break above this key area of resistance, we might get rejected and have a massive pullback to the lower side. And in that pullback to the lower side, if that plays out, I will expect it to make a low that is below the low that I have currently here for that wave 2 to the lower side, and that could take us maybe to around the $0.78 mark on the worst case scenario, where we have a key area of support. And at that point we can name that as now our wave 2, the low of the wave 2, then expect a nice reversal to the upper side in a wave 3. So those are the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing it on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's here on the Polygon Matic chart. And if I also take a look at the indicators to see whether those movements here on the RSI will be supported, on the RSI you can see we are trading at around the 58 mark, and that would mean we have a bit of room for us to continue pushing to the upper side before we get into the overbought region. So that movement to the upper side here on the RSI will be supported, and in case we get rejected at that key area of resistance, that movement to the lower side also here on the RSI will be supported. On the MACD, here on the MACD we have also printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices could be coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, whether it will be in our favor that we have seen the low for that wave 2, and now we expect a very nice bounce to the upper side in a wave 3. So those are the key movements, and I'll keep you updated on any movement that plays out.